All right, so I watched the last review that I did, and although I was happy with it, I felt like I honestly felt like I wanted to do another one. Yesterday, when I filmed the last video that featured hillbilly bourbon and Jameson Black Barrel, you guys caught me I'd already been drinking. Obviously, it was college football playoffs. My Bulldogs played a hell of a double overtime game, and as I do with every season, I enjoy football, and I drink because of the stress, honestly. But when I filmed it, I was already shit faced. I'll be honest with you, I'm not ashamed of that shit. It's the whole point of me having a drink, not to get shit faced, but you know, to enjoy myself, and that's what I did. So that video ran long, man. That shit was fucking long, right? And I don't mind long videos. I like to talk. If you haven't figured that shit out by now, you will. So what I did was I said, you know, I'm gonna do another one, a special review. And I do have, you know, the cheat sheets here. But I wanted to do a special review, not to make up for yesterday, because I am very, very unapologetic with a lot of shit that I do, because I don't really feel bad for it. I just want to do something special. I got a little time. But tonight, I'm sitting in my garage, just like I was last night, just without all the fucking clutter around me. I'm sitting in my garage. It's roughly 18 degrees outside, and probably, I don't know, I got 2 space heaters, a hoodie, a shirt, a little vest jacket thing with, you know, hoods all over the place. But anyway, I'm sitting in my garage. It's where I smoke when it's cold. And as the weather gets warmer, I'll start to go back outside and enjoy the cooler temperatures of Georgia springtime. But before I go on, I want to show you the cigar that I'm gonna be enjoying with tonight's Scotch choice and this special review on Whiskey Wonder. This is one of my favorite Arturo Fuente cigars. It is the Añejo. They only release these in November, late November. As soon as they release, I buy as many as I can. But I'll give you guys a closer look at the label, if that zooms in there. I don't know if it will. Anyway, it's the Arturo Fuente Añejo. Tonight's special review is going to go to one of my favorite Scotch whiskeys of all time. A little backstory, and I'll try to make this quick. I'm not going to do like a 30-minute fucking video like I did last time. I'm doing this Oban. See that right there? Oban 14 year. A little backstory, back in June, I was in New York City. It was my first time there. And the first drink that I ordered on the first night that I was there, I noticed at the bar in the hotel that there were a lot of whiskeys across the wall. And I tried a lot of them, most of them. And except for this one. I saw this one. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I didn't know what to expect. And it was, I would say there was about this much left in the bottle. So the barkeep just emptied the bottle into a glass, charged me $18. And I took a sip. I had it neat. I took a sip, and my mind was blown away by how great the Scotch tasted. Now, I'm no stranger to Scotch. I love Scotch. One of my other favorites was or is Lafroig. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's Lafroig, and that shit is amazing, and I love it. And that probably goes for about 45 to 50 bucks, depending on where you get it. I've seen it for as low as 43, maybe 42. But this Oban, this particular 14-year Oban, it's retailed at about 80 bucks, $81. I've seen it as low as $79.99. Round up a penny, it's 80 bucks. And my wife got this for me for Christmas because it's what I asked for Christmas. Every year at Christmas, she asks me the same question: what do you want? My answer is always the same: either cigars or liquor or both. And she comes through pretty good. This year I went with the Oban because of that trip to New York, which was amazing. And I thought about it, ever since that trip in June. And the thing about spending that kind of money on a beverage, first of all, I choose whether or not I want to afford that shit. $80 fucking dollars. Is it worth it? Yes, it's fucking worth it. When I spend $65 on a bottle of Hibiki from Suntory, is it worth it? Yes, it's fucking worth it. But I can also say that I could take that $80 or $81 and buy 2 really good bottles of either bourbon or Scotch and still come out on top. But I digress. To each their own. I choose to afford what I want to afford. It's not a matter of not being able to afford it. I just can think of other things I could do with $80. Like buy more cigars or buy 2 bottles of, $40 bottles, or, 3 bottles of $25 bourbons and whiskeys. Bourbons and Scotch. But Oban, for the special review tonight, I'm feeling pretty good. It's a new year. Got a lot of big plans, and I just kind of want to sit back before I go to bed, enjoy a cigar, and enjoy a really fine drink. The difference between a drink or a beverage that's $40 or less versus some that are $50 and up, of course, is going to be the taste. It's all a matter of fucking taste, though. Just because I drink a $10 bottle of or a $10 bottle of bourbon doesn't mean I don't know how to enjoy an $80 bottle or a $100 bottle of something. I just it all depends on my mood. And tonight my mood is I want some fucking $80 fucking Scotch. And so little history on Oban. So little did I know until I started researching. Oban, I am using my cheat sheets, fuck y'all. Oban is a small town in Scotland. It's actually one of the oldest distilleries in Scotland. I'll pour out a little bit here. And one of the oldest, and it's one of the smallest. It only has two stills in there, and it's owned by a company, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Diageo, I don't fucking know, but they're responsible for or own brands kind of like brands like Smirnoff, Johnny Walker, Bailey's, Guinness, Buchanan's, and some other, a whole lot of, I mean, their fucking resume is ridiculous. If you go on Google and you type in Diageo, they have their hands in everything. They're located in England, but they are somewhat responsible for this beauty right here. I'm going to show you that color if it comes in. See that? It's a gorgeous color. I love that color. I love that color. As soon as I pour it, I can smell it, even over cigar smoke. I'm getting some. I'm not even now. I get a little fruit. That whole thing, the fruit. It's subtle, a little sweetness, a little fruit, that whole da-da-da. But the interesting thing about a lot of the whiskeys that come out of Scotland is they're very peaty, they're very smoky. They are this particular, man, I'm telling you, hold on. first time I had Lefroy, a friend of mine, I mentioned him in the last video, his name's Josh. He brought me a bottle. And the first thing I noticed was the smokiness on the finish. It's got that. It's a very peaty, makes it very malty taste. And on the back end, it's got this. It's just a smoky. With this, the Oban, it reminds me of Lefroy. Two different profiles, but it still reminds me of it because of the peat and because of the maltiness. It's got it's a sweet, it's complex. It's a sweet, smoky taste to it. It's dry. It's a dry finish. If you don't know what peat is, P-E-A-T. Peat is it's like a accumulation of like partially decayed vegetation or organic matter. I'm not 100% sure what matter that is. Some things I don't want to fucking know, but whatever it is, however they distill it, it fucking works. It gives Scotch a very unique flavor. Some distilleries use peat more than in one drink than they do in another drink, and it all depends on your taste. Me personally, I love the smokiness and that slight little bite, you know what I'm saying, on the back end, but it's still fucking smooth, right? So that's what makes it so complex. First thing you think of when you smell fruit is what? Sweet shit, right? Well, you got that there, and then you got that little spice, and then on the finish, it's it's really, really a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Scotch. I do recommend it. Of course, I'm going to give this motherfucker 5 stars. I'm not going to drink the whole fucking bottle, not tonight, but I am going to afford another bottle, and I'm also going to afford some Lefroy, and I'll do another special. I'll do another special review on that. Now, typically, Whiskey Wonder is about the $40 and under, 40 and under price tag on bourbons and whiskeys and Irish whiskeys and stuff like that. I want to do a special one because I'm feeling special. And if ever you decide you want to afford a really good bottle of Scotch, I do recommend the Oban. If $80 is out of your price range or you don't want to afford it, try the Lefroy. There's a lot of fucking good Scotch out there for less than $60. You just have to, you're gonna have to, it can become a very intoxicating, expensive, and delightful trial and error. You know, if you find something you don't like, sit on it for a while, use it for people you don't like that come over or whatever, or just send them to me. I'll do a review on that shit. But I do recommend if you just, you know, you get a bonus at work or you just got a couple, you know, some $80 laying around the house, you know, go out and pick this bottle up. Easy to find. You won't find it on the bottom shelf. You'll find it at the top. Great Scotch. I love it every time I drink it. It reminds me of New York. I love New York. It was one of my favorite trips that I took in 2017. Now, I told you guys that I was a big fan of Jameson, and I still am, especially at that price. I do want to try the Jameson's Blender's Dog, I think is the name of it, which cost about the same as a bottle of Oban. So we'll see what my next big purchase is going to be. I'm going to do some more research on this Oban because I really want to get down to the bottom of how it's distilled, how it's made, how it's bottled. Again, this is aged 14 years, man. 14 fucking years. And single malt Scotch whiskey. This is 43% alcohol by volume, 86 proof, product of Scotland. On the back label here, you will even see who owns it. It comes in right there where my thumb is pointing. And that's, from what I understand, the history of Oban, the distilleries, It's been around for over 200 fucking years, okay? So the reputation is a good one, and the drink is even better. So, like I said, if you want to afford it, drop 80 at the store, pick up a bottle of Oban, bring it home. I always drink my shit neat. I don't like water in my shit. I don't like ice. But the next time I have it, I am going to put a little small ice chips in it and let it just sit for a second and let those flavors manifest. And I'll let you guys know in like a written review about it or some shit. Again, I've got the Arturo Fuente Añejo. I'm going to pour me a little bit more. And I am going to end this semi-professional fucking, it was professional until I said fucking. But, and I'm going to end this review on that note. I hope you guys are drinking responsibly, enjoying the videos. Do me a favor, subscribe, like follow or subscribe. I also have an Instagram channel. It's whiskey.wonder on Instagram. For all the updates on reviews to come, purchases that I've made, I will be making a few purchases tomorrow. I just haven't decided what yet. But there's a really good chance that I might do another fucking review tomorrow. I might even do it live. I don't know. Fuck, that's good. Once again, Happy New Year to everybody. If you like to drink, drink. Don't let nobody tell you. Now, if you're a fucking alcoholic, then go get some fucking help. Take them 12 steps or whatever. Some people question whether or not I drink too much. Bitch, if I drank too much, I would have been drunk this morning when I woke up. I was slightly hungover, but it didn't stop the day. So, enjoy your beverages. Drink responsibly. I don't know. Go adopt a pet. Go adopt a pet. Completely random. I don't give a shit. Whiskey Wonder. Thanks for watching. My name's Cavino. This is Whiskey Wonder. This is Oban 14-year aged single malt Scotch. And it is beautiful. Complete 5 stars. That's it. Yeah. You know what? Before I go, I said this wouldn't be long. Before I go, if you guys have any recommendations or would like to see me review an honest, straight up, raw, gritty fucking review on any beverage, drop it in the comments and I'll find that shit and I'll go get that shit and I'll put that shit on the calendar for reviews. And I'll even give you a shout out. I'm not like nobody that special, so a shout out might not mean much, but I will give you props for recommending something good, and I'll fucking put you on blast if you recommend some bullshit. Whiskey Wonder.